So this is going to be a look at the Mike Snody High Roller Balisong. The first thing I want to touch on before I get too in depth with this knife is that when it first came to me, I was actually really surprised. It's really good titanium, really good blade steel. I believe it's S30V was the blade steel I was told, but I may be wrong on that. But the handles feel a lot like how the Archangel does, and the weight and how they handle and how they feel like a really light titanium. But I was really surprised at how good of quality the knife was. So let's get a look down in here in it. Oh, and by the way, something I wanted to touch on is it does not run on bushings or bearings. It runs on a simple pivot and washer system. I'm not sure if you can see that down in there. Let's try to clear that up a bit. There we go. It's just one washer per side. And then the hex female side pivot runs through into the male, which I really like that design, that hex right there, because they're not press fit. It holds them still. But let's get a good look at the knife real quick. The high points of the blade are stone wash finish. The ground points are left with a grinded finish. He's got his insignia there on the blade. The titanium handles themselves are stone wash finish. I'm not sure if these were cast or if these were milled. I don't see any tooling marks on the inside, so if they were milled, it was a really good job milling them. It is made latchless, as you can see, which, when it comes to flipping valleys for me, is what I prefer. It's also chisel sharpened. That edge right there, it's only on one side if you don't know what that means. See, the other side's just the grind. Sorry about the light. And then it's that one edge. Now, from a flipper's point of view, this knife, sorry about that, let me clear it up real quick. From a flipper's point of view, straight out of the box, this knife is actually really good for flipping. I was surprised with as long a blade as it is at how good it actually is. Now, that being said, it's not 100% perfect for what we do as flippers, but it's one of those knives where once you get used to it, it can be. The main point of why it's not automatically perfect is because it is a tad bit blade heavy. As you can see, the blade runs pretty much to the end of the handles. Now, it's not like stupidly blade heavy, but it's enough that it can throw off your flow if you're not used to the knife. What causes that, and what I see a lot of the times with that, is the fact of a lot of people want to put even measurements on each point of the knife, and actually what you want, that I've found, is the bite handle and safe handle counterweighting the blade. You don't want it even, you actually want them a tad bit heavier than you want this for flipping purposes. That being said, the fact that this is not counterweighted, it flips like it slightly is. I don't know any way to put that. I mean, it flips really good as is. It would not be my go-to everyday flipper because it is a tad blade heavy, and it causes me to not be paying attention to what I'm doing. I'll forget I'm flipping this one in particular, and I'll change my style, and I'll end up going into a style that'll lose momentum on that knife that I would normally use, say, on a 42, a TAC-2, or another knife that I would use for flipping. Now, to give you a general idea of size comparison, Here's a Benchmade Model 42. And this is a T-latch, but it's about 1/4 of an inch longer in the handles. Turn a little bit so you can see that better. And this is lined up right there. That's about the difference. And I'm going to line a Tachyon 2 up with it as well. And it's only about 1/8 of a difference. But you can see how these two are shorter than the handles, making productive counterweights of each other. All in all, it's a good knife. I really hope we could see more from him in the future with, honestly, a slightly shorter blade so that it would flip a whole lot better. And I'm touching again. I'm really shocked at how well this knife flips, being that the blade is so long. But like I said, I'd like to see more from him in the future if he could, or if he keeps doing it. But that's my look at the Mike Snody High Roller. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I'll end this with some flipping footage.